Imagine discovering a creature so strange, so ancient, that the world had no name for it. Imagine holding the skull of an animal that lived millions of years before humans existed and realizing you just rewrote science itself. Now imagine doing all of this as a poor, uneducated girl in a society that believed women had no place in science. This is the story the textbooks never told you, the story of Mary Anning, the girl who walked the cliffs of England and uncovered a world long before our own. Yet history almost erased her name. Today, we bring her story back to life. Mary Anning was born in 1799 in the small seaside town of Lyme Regis, England, a place where the ocean ate away at the cliffs, revealing secrets buried for millions of years. But her childhood was harsh. Her family was poor, very poor. Her father, a carpenter, taught her and her brother Joseph only one way to survive: find curiosities in the cliffs, fossils, and sell them to tourists. These weren't valuable scientific treasures at the time. They were just strange objects people bought as souvenirs. But one moment changed everything. At 15 months old, Mary was struck by lightning. People said the event changed her, that it ignited a spark inside her. Whether true or myth, one thing was certain: Mary Anning would grow up different from anyone around her. When Mary was just 11 years old, her father died. The small fossil sales he taught them became the family's only income. And one cold winter morning in 1811, Mary's brother Joseph spotted a strange skull sticking out of the cliff. Mary kept digging for days, weeks, through rain, wind, and mud. What she uncovered was something the world had never seen: a massive skeleton with a long snout full of razor teeth, huge round eyes, a body shaped like nothing described in any book. She had found the first complete Ichthyosaur, a prehistoric sea reptile. But she didn't know that word yet, because the word didn't exist. Scientists didn't believe ancient animals could go extinct. Many dismissed it as a mutant fish. Some even said it was a sea dragon. Mary was just 12, but she had just discovered the first scientifically recognized dinosaur fossil in history, and she sold it for only 23 pounds because her family needed the money. Mary had never attended school. She had no scientific training. She came from the poorest class, and she was a woman. In 1800s England, that meant one thing: no matter how brilliant she was, she would never be accepted by the scientific world. But Mary didn't stop. Day after day, she walked the dangerous cliffs, hammer in hand, a tiny figure against the roaring sea. She began to notice patterns: how rocks were layered, how fossils were positioned, how species seemed to change over time. Without knowing it, Mary Anning was developing a deep, natural understanding of geology, paleontology, and evolution, years before Darwin. Then, at age 24, she made a discovery that shocked even the greatest scientists: a creature with a long neck, enormous eyes, and paddle-like limbs. A plesiosaur, a creature so bizarre that many scientists called it a fake. Even the great geologist Georges Cuvier refused to believe it. But Mary proved them all wrong. In a world ruled by men in elegant suits and grand universities, a poor girl from Lyme Regis had just rewritten natural history by now. Wealthy scientists traveled far distances just to buy Mary's discoveries. But there was a dark side. They took her fossils, they took her ideas, and then they took the credit. In scientific journals, her name almost never appeared. Fossils she discovered were published under the names of male collectors who bought them. Mary watched the rich grow famous while she struggled to pay rent, and the cliffs she worked on were deadly. She dodged landslides. She survived storms. Once, she watched her dog, her only companion, crushed by falling rocks as she dug for fossils. She wrote in her diary, "The world has used me so unkindly. I fear it has made me suspicious of everyone." But even with no recognition, Mary Anning kept going. When she discovered the first pterosaur ever found outside Germany, a flying reptile older than the dinosaurs, the scientific world was forced to pay attention, even if they refused to give her credit. They could no longer ignore her. As Mary entered her 40s, her reputation quietly grew. The greatest geologists began visiting her. Some secretly admitted she knew more than most university-trained scientists. One wrote, "She understands more about the science than anyone else in the kingdom." But Mary never became rich. She never held a scientific position. She never published papers under her own name. In 1847, she died from breast cancer at 47 years old. Still poor, still unrecognized. But something strange happened after her death. Her discoveries were reevaluated. Her fossils were added to museum collections. And slowly, painfully, the world realized Mary Anning had helped create the modern science of paleontology. She had changed everything without anyone noticing. Today, when children learn about dinosaurs, they're learning from Mary's world. Every prehistoric creature in every museum owes something to her hammer, her bravery, her curiosity. She discovered the creatures. She revealed the truth. She forced science to confront extinction, evolution, and Earth's ancient history. Yet for more than a century, her name was almost erased, but not anymore. Mary Anning was not just a fossil hunter. She was a pioneer, a scientist, a rebel, a visionary, a girl who looked at the bones of monsters and saw the past written in stone. And today, the world finally remembers her.